14 minutes ago, the silence in front of HYBE's Seoul headquarters was broken by a moment that instantly sparked a wave of global speculation. Jeon, BTS's oldest member, who had just returned to the world's entertainment scene after a long hiatus, was seen entering the building without any notice. No press releases, no weverse uploads, not even leaked rumors from insiders that are usually faster than official news. Only a black SUV with dark glass smoothly rolled into the underground parking area, leaving the public with one big question: why now? Eyewitness testimony said that Jeon got out of the vehicle at a fast pace, accompanied by 2 bodyguards who did not give the slightest gap for the cameras or the gazes of fans. His expression was cold but not stiff, calm but not relaxed, as if there was a load of information that was not yet time to open. The few people who managed to photograph from a distance swore to see him turn his head briefly towards a group of army across the street, his lips forming an illegible word. Some claim he said, "wait," while others insist he said soon. Just seconds after the sighting, social media exploded. The hashtags #Jeon@HYBE, #WhatIsHappening, and #14 minutes ago instantly topped the global trending on Twitter, while amateur video uploads flooded Instagram and TikTok. One of the blurry clips, taken from across the street, features a silhouette of a genie with evening light bouncing off the ends of her hair, enough to make millions of people hold their breath. The situation in front of HYBE turned into an insistent crowd. Some soldiers said they just happened to be passing by, but many had been waiting for hours, trained from experience that an ordinary day could just turn into a big moment. Jeon's presence without an official announcement was seen as too significant to be considered a coincidence. Moreover, shortly after he entered, witnesses reported hearing faint musical sounds from the top floor of the building, an unrecognized beat and melody from the BTS catalog. Speculation has gone wild. Some believe Jeon is undergoing a secret solo recording session, while others attribute it to a possible reunion of certain BTS units. Some observant fans linked his presence to RM's mysterious post the night before, a photo of a studio table with a cup of coffee and the caption, "Long night awaits." Is this just a coincidence or a puzzle piece deliberately laid out to provoke a theory? Things get heated when a black van, different from the SUV carrying Jeon, is seen entering the back area of the building. The public's view was blocked, but the timing was too good to ignore. Before long, another dark SUV appears, hinting that the meeting inside may involve more than one important person. Meanwhile, the behavior of HYBE employees also invites attention. Employees who usually greet friendly fans outside the building seem to avoid gazes, keep a flat expression, and speed up the pace. Even the presence of an elevator technician in the lobby, although it can be routine, is interpreted by some fans as an indication of securing access to certain floors. The tension in the location reaches its peak when the music sounds again, this time not just a beat, but an emotional melody that slowly builds in intensity. Several fans who were conducting a simultaneous live broadcast stopped the chat, brought the phone's microphone closer to the air, trying to catch every note. "This is not a song we've ever heard," whispered one streamer. "This could be his solo song." HYBE remained silent. No clarification, no explanation, as if letting the rumors grow indefinitely. In the world of BTS, silence like this rarely happens by chance. Many believe if a company chooses not to speak, it means there is a big announcement being prepared with a strategically chosen moment. Now, the question is no longer just, what is Jeon doing in HYBE? But rather, when will the world find out? Every passing second adds curiosity, and every movement around the building feels like a piece of secret information. With all the signs, from the genie's expression to the arrival of a mysterious vehicle to unheard of music, many believe the 14 minutes are just the beginning of something much bigger. 14 minutes earlier, A brief moment in front of HYBE's office turned into a wave of interpretation much larger than the incident itself. Do you really believe this is real? Or is it just a stage designed to suck in spotlights? We see one black SUV, one brisk pace, one suppressed gaze, and one instantaneous city thump. But are these four ones enough for us to call the truth? Let's take a breath and reconsider. The initial source of this news rests on TikTok uploads, YouTube snippets, Twitter snippets, and some other fast-moving media. Can speed be a guarantee of accuracy? If the camera shakes, the angle narrows, and the audio is half lost, are we really holding the evidence? Or are we just holding the echo of a collective desire? The question is simple but sharp. Why exactly 14 minutes before becomes a number that sticks in the head? Is it because of the precision data or because of the provoking title effect? If those numbers aren't verified across sources and upload times, aren't we hanging our emotions on a clock that may be out of sync? On the side of the road, the army gathers, hearts beat, cell phones are lifted, streams are opened. But is the crowd an indicator of the truth, or an indicator of the desire to be the first witness? How often is the zealous majority shown to be mistaken when the cold evidence then reveals itself? Cryptic music from upstairs is often cited as a clue, but is there a whole recording that can be spectrum tested, or is it just a piece of audio that the phone's microphone is biased against? If the tone is not from a catalog we are familiar with, is it evidence of the birth of new material, or is it precisely evidence that our ears are filling the gap with hope? The arrival of the second vehicle sparks a narrative, a reunion, a secret project, or a strategic meeting. But is there any verifiable schedule or logistical documentation? Or are we writing a screenplay and treating it as a meeting note? Let's test the media engineering hypothesis. If this were a designed campaign, what indicators should it look like? Cross-platform upload syncing, release timing patterns, or minimal official account involvement that arouses maximum curiosity? If such signs appear, dare we call it strategy and not spontaneity? Now test the organic occurrence hypothesis. If this is purely a work movement, what supporting evidence should there be? Confirmation of the studio agenda, attendance records, or credible third-party particulars? If all that is absent, should we raise the degree of rumor into news or lower it into a record of observation? The effect of algorithms is suspect. Is what we see viral because it's important, or is it important because it's viral? If For You pages serve uniform content, shouldn't we easily mistake repetition for validation? Imagine the following scenario. Tomorrow, HYBE gives a simple clarification, a short visit, internal affairs, without new projects. Are we ready to lower expectations or accuse it of strategic denial? If we reject all refutations, what remains but a story that cannot be refuted because it cannot be tested? We need basic verification tools. Check cross-platform upload times, match camera angles, search metadata, compare sunshades, and listen to audio with noise filters. Will we take the time to do these steps before putting our conclusions in the trust basket? If not, aren't we choosing the convenience of narrative over the rigor of evidence? We remind unequivocally. The information we summarize comes from TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several other fast-moving media. Are you ready to take it as an initial indication demanding verification, not as final evidence? If so, isn't the willingness to delay certainty a sign of digital maturity? So, at this point, we invite you to take a position. Do you really believe this event is real, or do you see it as a fabrication aimed at attracting media attention? Do you see a coherent pattern, or is it just a coincidence that the expectations of the masses are given a groove? Our provisional conclusion is deliberately open and pending proof. Without official statements, supporting documents, or auditable confirmations, is not the designation indication more truthful than fact? If so, is not a reflective attitude, asking, examining, then concluding, more worthy of celebration than a haste that adds to the noise? We invite you to discuss with discipline. Send links, proof of time, location data, and technical analysis that can be retested. Are you ready to make the comments room a laboratory, not just an echo chamber? Finally, dare we say we don't know yet as the most responsible title, although not always the most tempting. Note: verification is still necessary. Do not rush to draw conclusions, agree?